How are you going? Sorry, I know it's late. I don't want to interrupt you or anything, but yeah, I just got home and I guess I'm feeling a little bit lonely. Well, I was out having a few drinks with some friends. It was good. I had a great time. I actually would have liked to have stayed out for longer, but everyone had other stuff planned for tomorrow, which is a shame. I didn't much feel like staying out and drinking all on my lonesome, so it is what it is. I was gonna call you and see if you wanted to come join me, but it's getting pretty late, so I decided to just come home. I'm surprised you're still up, actually. So, have you been up to anything special or just vegging out at home? That's fair. Sounds like a relaxing night in. Sorry that I wasn't here to keep you company. I know you miss my humorous interjections when watching a movie. Well, when I'm not around, that is. So, I know it's not your responsibility or anything like that, especially when I've had a few drinks, but I don't know. Are you up for just spending a bit of time together? We could have a drink together, or we could not. I don't really mind. I just don't much feel like being on my own right now. Really? Are you sure? Thank you, thank you. You're so sweet. I really do appreciate it. You're just the best roommate. You are! I felt really, really lucky when I found you. No, seriously. Out of all the places that I could have ended up, I ended up here, and I'm so grateful. I went and saw some really, really awful places before I came here. Honestly, when I saw your ad online and the pictures you uploaded of the place, I thought that they were fake and that this ad was a scam, especially for the price. Guess I got lucky, hey? I know it's not the same, but I hope that I'm a good roommate in return, at least. So do you mind if I come and chill in here for a little while? Thanks. Your bed is so pillowy compared to mine. It honestly feels like a dream. Can I lay down? It's always polite to ask. You're such a doll. Thank you so much. Let me get comfortable. There we go. I see that you've just finished watching a movie. Did you want to watch another one, or we could play PlayStation? I honestly don't mind. I'm happy to watch you play something, or vice versa. Sure, we can just talk. No, I'm happy to chat. You know I love talking to you, right? Well, now you do. I know you're technically just my roommate, but you're super interesting, and I love hearing what you have to say. You always tell the funniest stories as well. Particularly all those anecdotes about when you were the manager of that liquor store. Yeah, you had some crazy customers. I honestly don't know how you put up with it, to be honest. You're a literal saint. It's true. You're a saint then, and you're still a saint now. I just really appreciate you, that's all. So, anything in particular you wanted to talk about? Work's fine. You know how it is. Just busy. I suppose that's why I was so keen to let off some steam with some friends this evening. No, nothing like that. There was nothing specific that happened or anything. I suppose it's just the job in general. Well, the last few weeks, I guess some of the calls that I've had and that I've taken from clients have been a bit more taxing than usual. Yeah. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that the economy's in the toilet, and inflation and all that good stuff. But everyone is struggling, and then there's the pressure to do more with less. Less everything. Less staff, less money, less time. It makes the work so much more difficult than it needs to be. And there's only so much I can do. Every day the work I do just seems less and less impactful than the day before. It really sucks. Because, I'm so passionate about what I do. But you can't do anything with nothing. It's a shame, but it is what it is. I try not to dwell. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta go let off some steam and then you're there first thing Monday morning, back at it again. Listen to me. I'm sorry. You don't need to hear me talk shit about work. Let's talk about something else. Unless you wanted to talk about work, that is. Sorry, I didn't ask. No? Well, do you have any pressing topics that you need to get off your chest? Anyone you want to gossip about? Hey, what about that girl you've been seeing? How's it going with her? Oh. Well, we don't have to talk about her then. Are you sure? Well, if you must know, I guess I always got a vibe from her that she didn't like me very much. Well, she would constantly scowl at me, give me the evil eye behind your back. She was just never very pleasant towards me. That's why when she was coming over, I knew she was coming over and she didn't just pop over. I would just stay in my room. Didn't you notice? I'm sorry if that made things awkward or something, but I just didn't want to cause drama, and considering that she often seemed to be in a mood around me, I was just expecting her to pick a fight or something, and I'm not one to shy away from a fight, so I just removed myself from the situation before it happened. Honestly, I thought you knew that we didn't really get along, or that I didn't like her that much. I'm sorry for not bringing it up earlier, but at the same time, she was your partner. Just because I didn't get along with her didn't mean it was the end of the world. All that mattered was that you were happy, and you guys did seem to be happy. It just wasn't my place to say anything. Okay, I hear you. If a similar thing happens in the future with your future partner, I'll let you know. I promise. Yeah, that's true. I suppose I always got the impression that she didn't like me very much because I was your female roommate. And of course, the fact that we're friends. I don't want to sound on myself or anything, but perhaps she felt threatened? I don't know. Why are you making that face? No, come on, what is it? Don't act coy. Come on, I can tell that you want to say something. Look, I know you too well for you to say that. Come on, spill. Your adorable little face isn't going to make me stop asking. So, what is it? Something about what I said? That's hardly fair. You should be honest with me. Besides, you guys aren't even seeing each other anymore. It's not like she's going to find out that you told me. Come on, if you tell me, you can ask me something. Yeah, anything. I'll be an open book. In fact, we could play Truth or Dare. Oh my god, it could be so much fun. I'll even let you go first. But just so you know, I'm picking Truth for the first round. It is not a cop-out. Maybe next time I'll say Dare. You'll just have to wait and see. So, are we playing or not? Yay. Go on then. Ask away. Is there anyone that I'm keen on at the moment? I suppose there's a few people I have my eye on. What? Perhaps I like to keep my options open. Hey, I don't want to give too much away, but I am being truthful. Maybe just not entirely truthful. Look, there are a few people that I think are cute, but at the moment, there's just one person. That's another question, you know. It's okay. I promise. I don't mind. I'll answer. Okay? The short answer is no. I'm not keen on any of the friends that I went out with tonight. No, they're all just good friends. The person that I have a bit of a thing for isn't part of my regular friend group. But if I'm honest, I have no idea if I'll ever tell them about my feelings. I just don't want to make it awkward, I guess. I'm just happy to take things at their pace. They've never shown any interest in me romantically before, so I guess I'm just waiting for a sign. If they were to show interest in me, then I'd be happy to reciprocate, of course. Or even, you know, take the first step if I had to. But until then, I'm happy to wait and see. You know how it is, you can't force these things. Anyway, I guess it's my turn, so truth or dare? Is this just going to be truth or truth because we're too lazy to get up and do anything? Or too lazy to come up with a dare? Yeah, that sounds about right. So, truth. I can see you panicking. If you want, I'll hold off asking the question about your ex until later. Like I said, I know you too well. I'm happy to wait. I am going to remember to ask. The number of drinks I've had this evening is irrelevant. I won't forget. I promise. Seeing as you asked me if I'm keen on anyone, what about you? Don't be annoying. You know exactly what I mean. Gosh, you're frustrating at times. Is there anyone that you like? Anyone you have a crush on, keen on, anyone you fancy, anyone you want to kiss? Well, seeing as you wanted to play dumb, I'm just making sure that you got the picture. Are you going to answer the question or not? Well, that's a vague answer. That sucks. Guess we're both in the same boat then. Single and waiting for the other person to drop a hint. Well, I wish you and I the very best. Okay, it's your turn to ask. Truth. I really am feeling too lazy to get up and do something right now. What's my type? You really want to know what my type is? Is it a cop-out of an answer to say that I don't really have one? Yeah, I knew that you were gonna say that. Well, it's not entirely untrue. When I look back on all the different relationships that I've had, and the different people that I've had feelings for over the years, there's not really a particular pattern or type for guys or girls. I suppose if I was to have a physical preference, I guess I would lean towards people with dark eyes and dark hair. But I found all different types of people attractive. Different races, backgrounds, tall, short, different eye colours, hair colours, skin tones. It's more about the person for me than what they look like. And even then, it's not really like there's a particular personality type or trait that I like either. As long as they're, a good person and our most basic morals align, it's more about how we get along and the chemistry of our dynamic, which differs from person to person, of course. Sometimes it could be that I have heaps in common with the other person, or other times the chemistry stems from our personalities clashing. When I meet someone and start to get to know them, my feelings start to develop regardless of what they look like, as long as they're a good person. Yeah. If they meet that criteria, then I find them attractive. They are then the most gorgeous person in the world to me, even though I might not have thought so when I initially first laid eyes on them. Yeah, exactly. Is that a good enough answer? Sorry for going off on a tangent, but I'm just not a type kind of girl. I hope it answers your question anyway. And what about you? Okay then. Truth or dare? Of course. Truth again. Okay, let me think for a second. Okay, it's kind of in a similar vein to what we've been talking about. It's maybe a little bit silly. I want to know who was your biggest crush at school? High school, primary school, military school. I don't really know where you went to school, but whoever you happen to have the biggest crush on. That is such a lame excuse. I'm not going to know who you're talking about. Look, even if by some miracle I did happen to know this person, cross my heart and swear to die, hope to die, whatever, I will not spill your secret and tell them that you have a massive, huge, big crush on them, okay? Okay, so who was it? There you go. I've never heard of this person before in my life. You could have made them up, honestly. But your secret's safe with me. So, give me some details. Did you like them for a long time? Was it short term but really intense? That's so cute. I can't imagine you being shy. Is that why you never said anything? To them, I mean. Hey, I'm sure they wouldn't have turned you down. I don't know if you've noticed, but you're quite the catch. I'm sure that you were back then as well. Yeah. Me? Are you using this as your turn? Yeah, well, you know I'm just gonna pick truth anyway, so you might as well. Okay. No, I'll tell you. My biggest crush that I ever had was on a boy named Christian Carey, and I liked him since I was 8 years old. I still kind of like him now, if I'm completely honest. I haven't seen or heard from him since the end of high school, so it's been a while. I can't remember exactly when I started to like him, but I remember it being in grade 3, so when I was 8. We must have started out as friends because I distinctly remember him ditching his friends to hang out with me and me alone. And I basically confessed to him under this big tree behind the playground at school. Yeah, I basically told him that I thought he was amazing and that he could have any girl that he ever wanted. Remember, we were literally children, so how bizarre is that? Anyway, I liked him all the way through primary school and all throughout high school. We were always friends and he was always super nice to me, but my adolescence was really tumultuous and I ended up moving away before I graduated, so I never did get the chance to tell him how I felt. I always really hoped that he felt the same way about me, and sometimes, if I'm honest, it felt like he did. I regret not saying anything, and I regret not trying to reconnect with him after I moved away, because I used to come back and visit friends and family there all the time. So, yeah, I basically had a crush on Christian for more than 10 years, and I never got the chance to tell him how I felt. Now it's too late, and because I don't know any better, he will always be my unrequited love, whether or not that was true. Oh, maybe it was never meant to be, or maybe I'll get my chance at my high school reunion or something. Hey, stranger things have happened. Anyway, sorry for reminiscing like that. Thought I'd just give you a bit of context. So does that mean it's my turn? Do I even need to ask? Okay then, truth or dare? I thought as much. In that case, I think it's time that you tell me what you avoided saying before about your ex. No, you have to. It's literally the name of the game. Please. Okay, so she didn't like me for a reason. And what reason was that? I was nothing but pleasant towards her. If she insinuated otherwise, she's a liar. Steal you? Run do you mean? We were friends and roommates long before you guys even met. Why would I all of a sudden try and steal you when you started going out with her? What? Wait, what do you mean you had feelings for me? When was this? So, wait, let me get this straight. You've had a crush on me since we started living together, but you thought I wasn't interested in you, so you started dating her. But she knew that you had feelings for me and was always scared that I was going to steal you away. That's why she didn't like me? Are you being serious right now? No, I'm not saying that you're a liar. I'm just shocked. You really had a crush on me? I honestly never even noticed. Don't blame me. You were obviously super subtle with your signs. Seeing as I never noticed. Exactly. I'm hardly to blame. It's clearly all your fault. You know I'm kidding, right? Hey, look, I know that it wasn't exactly my fault or anything like that, but I'm sorry if I ever made things awkward between you and your ex. I have to ask though, how come you went out with her if you had feelings for me? Yeah, I get it. She is a really, really pretty girl. I'm not surprised that you said yes when she asked. I'm just sorry that it didn't work out for you guys. Well, when you put it like that then, maybe it was for the best. Hey, look on the bright side. At least you've come to your senses about liking me now, right? You won't make that mistake again. Right? Why are you making that face? You don't still like me, do you? Oh. It's not a bad O at all. Once again, I'm just surprised. I feel like such an idiot for not noticing. I'm usually so good at picking up on hints like this, and I had no idea. You did a really good job of being subtle, I mean. Well, look, I really appreciate you telling me. I totally understand why you were hesitant to answer the question. Thank you for indulging me. In that case, truth or dare? Look, I know it's not my turn, but, humor me? Please? Truth or dare? Dare? Feeling brave, I see. Well, that's perfect. Know what? I've got the perfect dare. Don't look so dejected. It'll be fun, considering what you just told me. I dare you to kiss me. You heard me. Well, remember earlier when I said that I was waiting for a sign, and that if I got one, I'd be happy to reciprocate. Or even make the first move. Yeah, exactly. So, I dare you to kiss me right now. I told you this would be